three of y'all. Last week, Coach said that playing on Friday would kind of be beneficial for y'all for rest to get your legs up underneath you. Is that something that you feel like is true, and how has this week been from a rest standpoint?
Mark, let's start with you.
This week's been very good with rest standpoint. You know, we've been going in practice. We do a lot of conditioning, so getting up and down the court. But for the first like Monday, Tuesday, and then from there on out, we just pretty much been doing like skill work.
Grant?
Yeah, I mean, like he said, just practice the first 2 days was a little tougher, and then the last two have been a little less. And then, you know, getting in with our trainer has been a lot more this past week.
Aaron?
Yeah, then kind of just what these guys said, the first two practices, it's a little harder. Then they like kind of got shorter, just skill work like Mark said, and it has been helping our bodies to be fresh for Friday.
Julie Mitchell, WVTM 13 in Birmingham. I know after that SEC tournament game, I spoke with a few of you, and you all, I know Coach said you guys have to make a decision coming into this game. A lot of you talked about what needed to be said since that SEC tournament game to coming here. What has been the conversation in your locker room between you guys of what needs to happen here in this game and not having a finish like you did in that SEC tournament?
Mark, let's start with you.
We just got to realize it's a new season. Everybody's 0-0. You know, we just got to come out and just play with a lot of energy and enthusiasm and just set the tone from the tip.
Grant?
Yeah, I'd say like for some of us, especially us three who have been here. I mean, I haven't played in the tournament. Aaron hasn't, but like this late in the season, it's kind of win and go home. So I mean, for Aaron, this next game could be his last game. Hopefully, it's not. But for us, it's kind of win or else your season's over.
Aaron?
Yeah, I feel like we took the approach of first flip the page from the tournament. Like Mark said, it's kind of everybody's 0-0. And then off of what Grant said, you know, everybody's banged up around this time, tired. So at this point, is you got to find a way to win or you're going to go home. So.
This is, my name is Michael Bethley, from Black Lens News here in Spokane. And I'm trying to just get a perspective of a lot of the players that have come from a space of growing up in the black neighborhood, black landscape, and just being here in Spokane, we don't have a lot of the diversity that's here. Aaron and Mark and Grant, if you have any input on it, but what would it take for you to inspire some youth and give them some words of what it took to get to where you are, and how do you appreciate this moment, being in this space right now?
Aaron?
Something I would say to the youth is just don't give up on your dreams. You know, I have younger siblings, and they look at me as a role model. So for me, I kind of been, you know, that person to look up to since since my two younger brothers was born. So yeah, that's what I would probably say as far as to the youth.
Mark?
I say it take a lot of sacrifice. You know, you can't go out and be with your friends. You can't party, and you know, you just got to be disciplined, and in the long run, it'll pay off.
More questions? Anything else for Alabama student athletes?
Nick Gibson, Spokesman Review. What are your thoughts on Spokane, and how do you feel about having two other Alabama schools here also competing?
Mark?
It's a very quiet city, and just having Auburn in here, you know, we really don't. We see each other when we leave the hotel and we come to the gym, but other than that, that's all we do. Just really no interaction.
Grant?
Yeah, I mean, I love the landscape over here. A lot of hills, a lot of trees, and then like he said, for Auburn, like we don't really see them, but I mean, hopefully there's a lot of Alabama people in the building for both games.
Aaron?
Yeah, about Spokane, it's super quiet, like Mark said, where we're staying at, a lot of hills and stuff. I kind of got a little glimpse of that when I was over at Oregon. It was kind of like the same kind of landscape. But yeah, about Auburn and the other Alabama schools, we don't really like talk to them like they say, so I don't really have a comment on that.
Aaron, while you were at Hofstra, you played Charleston, I think 4 times. Have you brought anything from those experiences and those games into your preparation for this game?
Yeah, I kind of know their system. You know, I know how they like to play. I know most of their players on that team because, like you said, I played against them. So for my preparation, I'm already knowing what to expect and how they play. I try to tell the guys that too as well.
Brian Passink, Crimson Tide Sports Network. Did you guys grow up dreaming of this tournament, playing in this tournament? I assume you did. And if so, what are some of your first memories or greatest memories of March Madness?
Aaron, let's start with you.
I mean, for any kid that probably played basketball growing up, wanted to play in college, this is probably their ultimate dream. So yeah, this was definitely a dream of mine. And then my biggest moment, it actually wasn't that recent, but it was when St. Peter's went on that run. You know, because I used to play for that coach. I kind of knew all them guys, and I was extremely happy for them and proud of them when they made that run.
Grant?
I mean, yeah, definitely a dream of mine since I was a kid. I grew up watching all these teams, even Alabama. So, I mean, it's cool to be here. I fell short the past 3 years, but, I mean, it's good to finally get here and play. And then the most recent memory I have is Jalen Suggs hitting that half-court buzzer beater. That was a pretty cool moment.
Mark?
Yeah, I'd say it's been a dream of mine to be able to be here. I'd say 3 out of the 4 years I've been in college, and you know, one of my memories would be probably when Marcus Page hit the double clutch 3 to go into overtime. I forgot which team they was playing, but it's still fresh on my mind.